Okay, Neil Wright here again, Day Sensei from the forums, and this is part 2 of the Crocodile blank making. And as you can see, I've cut these two blanks, or the one blank in half, and you can see the bone and how it penetrates. And just for an example, here is the top tube of the Churchill pen, and you can see if I put that approximately in the middle, you'll see you'll have bone. If I hold this right, I hope you can see it. You'll see the bone clearly on this side. We turn it round, you might just get enough bone just there. You'll see the teeth just there. Oh, if I wet that, you'll probably see it a bit better. And you'll see that you'll just get the thing, and that's what I mean by if you go to a too big a pen, you don't see the bone at all. So that should be fine. There's plenty of bone sticking through on the outside. So what I'm going to do now is I've put the 1732 drill in, which is slightly bigger than you'd normally use for a Churchill, but that's to allow for the nail polish coated on the outside. Now likewise, when you're testing for a drill size, I tend to use these templates. They work really well. You get them off eBay fairly cheap. I've got one for imperial, one for metric, and basically what you do is you just test which size your drill is. Now unfortunately the templates only go up to ½ an inch, but I do know that is the right size. If you want to though, you can drill a hole to test it, and there's my tube. There's just enough room in there, which is good, but if you went to the smaller size, the correct size, which is 33/64, indeed that would be too tight. Now on the smaller drill, it's supposed to be a 31/64, and again, there's the 31/64, and it still fits quite reasonably. So with the smaller drill, I was quite happy to use the 31/64, but on the larger cap end, I'll go to the larger size drill. Now, one thing I'm going to do to start with, remember how we marked that blank to where the actual tube finished? Well, what I'm going to do is turn that blank upside down. I'm going to grab some masking tape, because what I want to do is drill the depth to which I want to drill to. Now, I want to get to the flat bit of the drill, so if I hold that there, it means the drill will go slightly below that line, but it will not penetrate all the way through. And what I'll do is I'll add some masking tape to the top of that drill. You can hear the rain outside. It's a bit wet in Queensland at the moment. There we go. Just stick that on. Double check it again. Masking tape moves. And look at that, it has moved. So I'll just go down a smidgen more. A bit more. That's why you double check everything. A little bit more. And there we have it, that's it there. So again, there's the length, we've double checked it, all good. Leave that there. It's going to go over the depth, that's fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab my blank and I'm going to coat it with gaffer tape. Gaffer tape's the El Cheapo plastic tape. Get it at a couple of bucks a roll, cheap as chips. But this is good to just help hold the blank together while you're drilling. So I'm just going to feed that on nice and tight. Go all the way to the bottom. Rip it off. And you can see that there. It's nicely wrapped, nice and tight, nice and even. And we're going to put that blank so it's held. You can just see that, yes. So that the bottom of the blank is at the bottom of the jaws. What I want to ensure is that blank is fully supported at the bottom. Too many people put their blanks too far down. It's supported nice and easily just there. They drill through and all of a sudden it breaks at the bottom. And that's because it's unsupported. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my my drill. Now I'm lucky in as much as I've got an XY bed, so I'm going to wind that till it's basically in the middle. And there we have it. That looks pretty good to me. A lot of people go to a lot of accuracy finding exactly the middle, but to be honest, it's just not worth it. I can get it more accurate just with my eye. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap that, stop the drill, and I can check that that little hole is indeed in the middle, which it is. So now I'm going to proceed. Okay, now as I mentioned in my earlier videos, these should be drilled underwater. Now this drill setup has been coated with Teflon, so it's pretty much okay to get it wet as long as I clean it down and make sure it's dry straight afterwards. And I'm just using a simple squeegee bottle. You can use a sauce bottle, whatever you like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drip the water in as I drill. So here we go. Just a little bit of water just to start it off. And then I can actually put it in the hole. Slipping a bit. Just slowly does it. You can see when it's dry, the shadings start coming out dry. Continue a bit of water. Slowly just drip in the water. When you use water, it tends to clear itself a lot better anyway. The main disadvantage of using water, of course, is you've then got to dry the blank before you do anything. I.e. gluing, etc. Slowly goes down. Getting close now to my mark. I want to clear away that rubbish. I'm just down to my mark now. Okay, so we'll switch that off. Take it out. A lovely mess. And just give it a quick wash out with some more water. And this, now we just want to check that the hole is indeed the right size. Bear with me, this is a one-handed photographer here. So I'm just going to grab the blank, get the bottle out of the picture. And there it is, and we just make sure, yep, beautiful fit. And that's basically it. So you can see the teeth really well just there. Hopefully you can see it. And but yeah, that should come out really nicely. I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second one, and the next video will be basically how I do the glue ups. Catch you later.